Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know it's a leFH, a leaf blower, or a leFH. This one is located on the northeast corner of Mannerheim Line, or Arctic region, and it's under the command of K6 of DSD. Game on! Well, not only can you see 3 marks of excellence, but that looks like a Polish flag. I do hope it is correct, but it certainly looks like one. And it says no problemo on the side. Ooh, it would be so nice if we could have Katyusha rockets in the game. I don't think they'll ever allow that because, of course, Wargaming would, well, they throw a wobbly if most of their players decided to leave the game. Okay, so, first target. A couple of enemy tanks have gone up onto the perch. Yep, there's a place called the Duck, or at least I call it the Duck, because it's shaped like a duck, actually. It looks like a duck. And that's, of course, that little lookout, that promontory on the other side of the map. Quite frequent to see tanks go up there, but it's actually quite dangerous. And look at this AMD's decided to go the full way over, but he's being countered by a Cromwell on our team, and he's really not up to it to defending himself. That was a very nice shot there, almost got the guy, but this Covenanter is in more danger. Now we've lost sight of them temporarily. Our Cromwell got hammered. There was a number of enemy tanks in that corner, and they all opened up on him the moment he was in sight. Well, there was a blind shot at distance. Relatively few enemy tanks have actually gone down to the south coast, so it could be that we'll get a breakthrough in that area. Meantime, that AMD decided different route, and unfortunately it didn't pay off for him because he got wiped out by our Panzer IV Aslains H. Okay, we're looking over to the south. There's the AMX CLC. Well, we can definitely wipe that tank out with one shot because it has very thin armor, but he does the wise thing of actually backing away. And there's the Nashorn that he was spotting for, and he didn't back away, and that's why he got hit. That was a penetrating round, went through the gun shield. And we're now going to try and hit that KV2, who's out in the open now. And how did that not hit the screen or hit the armor? Well, we're trying with the heat rounds right now, because of course heat rounds should go straight through a KV2. That did. That hit the engine deck and penned. Got a high roll for 376. Remember the heat rounds are 350 alpha. Oh, he got another one. But it says it was only a critical hit, so I can only presume it hit the tracks. But that did wipe him out. Okay, so we've loaded an HE round. Going for the Nashorn again. Rounds out. Should get a kill. And it is. So 2 kills for K6. Okay, the T-34 driving away. That was more of a quick speculative shot. There's somebody, an SU-100 was seen there, but somebody at the top of that rise. Not the best place for an SU-100 to park. But look at these guys up here.
That was close.
Well, they're trying to stop our heavies from making their way across, and that makes them easy targets. So, can we get... Nope, just missed it. And there's that SU-100 again. I think the problem with the SU-100 on that position is it doesn't have a very good arc, which makes it vulnerable to arty fire, because of course if he wants to go up on that rise and spot, he's not going to be able to move much, and that was a direct hit. And our Leopard's coming over. Now he decided to not go down into the gully because I think that guy has the 100mm gun. Could have the 122 because it looks like there's a muzzle brake at the end of the barrel. We'll see if we get close enough. Can't see him at the moment because he went back up. And we did lose the Leopard. So it must be the 122mm. Yes, it definitely looks like the 122. Rounds out. Oh, fabulous shot. Right on the engine deck. No chance of survival on that one. So we're up to 3 kills now. Racked up a fair amount of damage as well. M10's hiding very cleverly. He's decided to go into that corner. Our Bishop is within range. He's firing in from the south coast. Try and persuade that guy to move. Okay, T-34 guarding the pass there, stopping 2 of our tanks moving. And they're getting hit by the enemy Arty, which are the Gorilla and the 105 leFH18B2 on their team. So they're somewhere in this area. Oh, we just saw the Tracer. There we go. We know, and he's unfortunately out of range. And you can see Cassix is moving because the Rescue is moving and bouncing about a bit, trying to get closer. No, we're not going to be able to get close enough to hit the T-34. Can't loop the shell over the rock. Hopefully, we'll be able to hear and find out exactly which equipment Cassix actually carries in his Fifi when he actually sees this video go up online. We're in a bit of a pickle now because both teams have got 5 tanks. Both teams have got 2 Arty. But the problem is that our guys, well, we've got 1 T-67 up in the north and 3 tanks down in the south, including our Bishop. They killed the KV-1 on the west route, and our T-67 is, well, he's gone round to the pass, right in the middle at the top. And I guess he's looking for any of those tanks like the T-34-85 to try and come round that route. And he's right, because the T-34 did turn up. He managed to dodge that shell by taking a different path, but I think he did that because he saw the T-67 and he thought, yep, that's trying to get me. So 85mm shell versus 76mm shell, and at least the T-67 knows that he's got to dodge the shells from the enemy Arty, as well as spotting for us to help us get a shot into that T-34. See that their VP is focusing on our T-67. And of course the T-67 has very thin armor, which makes it fairly easy to get a kill if they can get through that armor with one shot. And there's the T-34. He's come around the corner. Unfortunately, that was just behind. Our T-67 is now in grave danger because he has to remain hovering on that corner, and the enemy Arty is going to make life very difficult. Although the driver of that T-34-85 doesn't appear to know what he's doing. I guess he saw the Type T-34 coming up and that made him panic. So our T-67 is still dodging the Arty shells, but now he's decided to outflank the T-34. It's going to make him vulnerable to the enemy Arty. 2 of them are now firing. That was the Gorilla as well as the VP trying it. Unfortunately, T-67 went down to the enemy Striv. And since we don't know where the Striv is, it's possible that he's actually way down on the duck, on that lookout area. We did get 1 hit. Time for a blind one. No, didn't work. So we're now relying on the Type T-34. And the guy is moving forward. Well, we managed to get a few rounds in. It looks like he's got the 57mm gun. But he does get wiped out. The Bishop gets him in the end. Now, where is the Striv and the M10 RBFM? Both teams now down to 4 tanks, and both teams still have 2 Arty. You know, plenty of time to go. Oh, now there's the M10, and I think he saw the crocodile. And he has, yeah, well, they've both seen each other. Oh, we got a hit, but unfortunately we lost the crocodile. Right into the side of the M10. Narrowly missed the M10, but we've just been spotted by him. So we're trying. Oh, fantastic shot! He led that shot, but unfortunately the enemy FPV worked out where we were as well, and he managed to get around into us. But you can see Kasich changed position. So 4 kills now for Kasich. The enemy has only got their 2 Arty left. The Striv crashed. So probably he just gave up on the game and decided to throw it all away. Because that's normally an indication he's dived off a cliff, or he's managed to... no, if he drowned himself, it would have said drowned. But yes, he's ended the game anyway. So, you can see that the enemy FPV is still trying to nail us. But the T-34 can see him and is shooting at him. Kasich has decided he's going to go the other way round. And so's the enemy FPV. This could be interesting. Arty on Arty duel. I would hope that the enemy type T-34 is actually going around to hunt down that gorilla. Of course, the gorilla's got a fairly short range. Fairly, about at least 2/3 of the map. So he has to get relatively close to shoot. So for him to fire a round in means that he is relatively close. He's not round the far side of the map. Of course, this RT does have 390 meters of view range. One of the more unusual factors in the game, that it can outspot light tanks. But of course, we always put that down to the fact that the crew are mounted in a cockpit which is really high off the ground, and therefore they can see much further. Takes a lot of effort to get 3 marks on the FPV because so many people play it. Does make you wonder why Wargaming doesn't bring in another premium SPG, other than of course the Sexton 1, which is only at tier 3. I'd be super inclined now to go hunting that FPV and drive down there. Mind you, that might be what he wants to lure us in. And that's the 2-minute mark. So we lost our, I didn't mention it at the time, we lost the Type T-34, taken out by either the, I think it was the enemy FPV who got the shot on him. There he is. So taking this position actually does help. He knows he's been spotted. Into the engine bay. Now he knows where we are. And he fires snap, and that's a kill. And we did get spotted. But we got spotted just as we came out the bush. Which indicates to me that the gorilla might be a lot closer than we think. That's, well, we can see now it's the other side of the rock. Our bishop's going for the cap area, but it's looking like we're going to get a draw out of this one, not a win. Can't cap out in time. So it's only if we can find the enemy Arty. No sign of a tracer. Now, I get the feeling the enemy gorilla is actually on the center of the map, and he's firing over the top of the rock at our guys, or was. Oh, there he is. So we were aiming in the right direction. Oh, what a kill shot. Wins the game with 10 seconds left on the clock. Here's the end of battle stats, and I was definitely wrong about the location of that gorilla. He was a lot further away, and he was near the enemy cap area, and the bishop found him and gave us a clear shot, and Kasich wasn't going to miss that. He got an ace tanker out of that game, as well as a counter battery fire for taking out both enemy SPGs. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle, as well as a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills in total, and he got 6 exactly. His win rate, 10,183, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. The highest damage was 2,814. That went to Kasich. Second highest was, in fact, the T-3485M on the enemy team. He got 2,377, so he was actually quite good, that guy. And in third place, it was the enemy Fifi with 1,643. When it came to kills, Kasich got that one too. 6 kills to him, and then a whole bunch of enemy tanks and our tanks managed to get 2 kills. So our Type T-34, our T-3485, our Bishop, and on the enemy team, their T-3485M, their Nashorn, their Panzervier Ausl H, and the Su-100. And the Panzervier managed to get a Leather Slaves medal, whilst the Su-100 got a cool-headed out of that battle. I guess that was down to the Leopard firing so many 30mm rounds at him. When it came to base XP, Kasich's got that one too, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,248 base experience points, the only player to get over 1,000 base, with the second player being T-3485M on the enemy team, who got 743, followed by the Type T-34 on our team with 662. So he well outperformed the other guys on that game. He fired 43 rounds, so only had 7 rounds left at the end of the game, but he did get 15 direct hits on the enemy and 7 penetrating shots, 11 splash, 2,814 hit points in total, of which 2,557 were more than 300 meters, so about 300 hit points or 250 hit points at close range. He did receive 1 hit. It was by way of Arty. Yes, the Arty did get way too close, unfortunately. We did get hit whilst we were firing in the bush. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, so no chance of getting a Confederate, but then he'd rather take the Top Gun than a Confederate, I think, under these circumstances. He also got 203 hit points of damage assist. On a premium count, he actually made 24,519 credits from that game and 2,621 experience points as well. So very good game there by Kasich. Thanks for sending that replay in. Just goes to show when somebody gets 3 marks, they don't lose their skill. They certainly keep it, and in fact, they up their game all the time. You managed to take on the enemy Fifi and defeat him, even after he'd managed to get a shot into you. And yes, it was very nice to see that you managed to hang on and keep that and get that shot on the gorilla to get the win in the end, because it looked like a draw, but no, it actually ended up being a victory. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.